most part, what's getting the attention right now is that Navy pilots are coming forward, and there is a television show that they're talking about their own encounters that are unmistakably with flying craft that are not earthly craft. And so what does this all mean spiritually is the question that I've been getting. I can't answer the question as to why now, other than the fact that there are always motivations behind why governments and organizations in general do things. And I'm not going to speculate about those motivations, but I will tell you that the information that's coming forward is going to be difficult for some people to handle, because it's going to alter our perceptions of who we are and where we fit in to our own universe. You know, it was only 3 years ago that NASA said, no, we're going to change our estimate about how many galaxies there are in the universe. And they had originally said somewhere around 2,000, and now it's 2 billion. And if you think about all of these galaxies, it would be a little bit ridiculous for us to assume that we're the only life form with intelligence. And in fact, we may not be, and probably are not, the most intelligent life forms in the universe, because the craft that have been studied and witnessed are much more advanced than anything that our engineering and understanding of our physics could produce at this point in time. So spiritually, here's what I think it means. I think what's going to happen is we're going to wake up and realize that everything is made by a divine source, and there is more made and more in existence than what we are ready to wrap our heads around. And as far as how religion fits into this, I'm going to leave that up to the religious leaders to disseminate information and their perspective. Spiritually, it's an opportunity for discernment and an opportunity for love again, because, you know, I think it was Ronald Reagan who said during the Cold War to Mikhail Gorbachev, you know, in a speech, he even said, what if we found out that there were aliens coming to Earth? Then all the differences between the countries in the world would melt away. Words to those effect anyway. And he's not wrong about that. You know, we are one people, so there's an opportunity for us to love and to unite, but there's also an opportunity for discernment, because just like how not all Americans and not all humans are inherently good and have good intentions towards each other, I don't think that is a big stretch to imagine that other worldly beings don't all have great intentions toward us. I'm feeling like some do and some don't. So far, my only real experience has been with those who love us, and I would go so far as to call them angelic beings. And you know, you've heard me say that one person's ET is another person's angel, because it's all about discernment. So we're going to have the opportunity to figure out if someone has our best interests at heart. And there's this lesson that we learn in our lives with relationships here about don't fall in love with the potential of someone, fall in love with the evidence. So we're going to have to wait and see, when do they make contact? What do they offer to us? What seems to be their motivations? And I hope we don't just go and try to blow them up without figuring out some things and discerning, you know, what's in our best interests. But yeah, full disclosure is coming, that's for sure. I still think it's going to be a bit of a process, and things are going to trickle down slowly. But I also will say to you that you're going to find out who people really are on Earth, because they may be galvanized one way or the other. This is all great, or this is all scary, bad, evil. Look for the middle ground, look for the evidence, that the beings that make contact are friendly, and don't believe everything you're told. Feel it in your heart, weigh it in your solar plexus, your gut. How does it sit? And continue to pray for peace, and that all of your thoughts, words, and actions are in compassion and peace, but also realistic. That's my best advice. Spiritually, I'd say it is a major change in how we view how we fit in to the universe. And we're going to learn a lot about ourselves by how we interact with these new, to us, others.